We welcome you to the season finale of the V8 Supercars here at Gone Broke Racing. We're here at the legendary Mount Panorama circuit in Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia. Once again, Stinky set the pole with a 207.048. 14 cars on the grid. Final race of the season. We're underway. And Boza gets a great start. Seahawks tries to follow suit. And Boza will take him into turn one. Hawks and Stinky side by side. Down Mountain Straight they go, heading into the quarry. And Stinky's going to make a dive to the inside. He pushes Boza wide, almost slams him into the wall. And Hawks takes advantage and sneaks into first place. And Kelly gets into the back of Smokey. Both cars spin out. Going to have some damage there. Luckily, both cars are still drivable, though. Coming through the S's. Hawks leads the way, followed by Stinky, Boza, and F1. You can see the top four have already put a gap between the rest of the field. Down they come through the dipper. Jarhead, Tony, and Wolf bumper to bumper. And coming through Forest Elbow onto Conrad Straight, where these cars will hit their limiter in 6th gear. And you got a side-by-side with between Tony and Jarhead going through the elbow, and Tony gets in the back of Jarhead, locks him up. Luckily didn't take them both out there, but some very aggressive driving early on. And Tony's going to take a look again, as he's got a draft on Jarhead, and this time he's going to take him in to the quarry and makes the pass, and that'll move Tony up to 5th. It's lap 3. And this time, Stinky's got a good draft on Hawks. This is a battle for the lead. He's going to take him to the elbow, and Hawks gets through and locks him up. Looks like Stinky may have tapped him just a little bit. And Hawks spins out. That's too bad. That was a good battle between Stinky and Hawks. Let's take a look at the replay as he gets back underway. That's going to drop him back into 8th. Side by side, clean racing by both drivers. Just Hawks got a little bit loose coming through the corner. And this is another replay on board with Boza, who's right behind this incident. Stinky was pushing Hawks hard there, and Hawks broke too late. And that was the beginning of the end for Hawks, as he's going to drop back several spots and have to try to work his way back up in the field. Plenty of race to go, though. It's a little further back. This is between Kelly and Ten Bear. And Bear goes wide into the dirt. Comes back on the track, almost takes out Kelly again. But Kelly will make the pass, and that'll move him up into 10th. Lap 6, our leader, Stinky. You can see the gap that he's got on Boza, who's in 2nd. Stinky coming around and spins out. Our leader spins out. That is something that you don't see very often. An unforced error, and that will move him back to 3rd as Boza and F1 too good for his tires, so we'll see how Stinky responds. And Hawks working his way back up through the field and makes a move on Jarhead. Takes liberty with the curb, goes a little bit further than he probably should have. And Wolf will go right in behind Hawks, and that'll push him up to 5th. We're at the point where some of these guys are going to start seeing their tires fall off real soon if they keep locking their brakes up. And here's a really good view of the dipper. You can see how the front of these cars just come off the ground as they come down this steep decline. Very impressive. Third of the way through the race, and F1's going to try to make a move for the lead on Boza, and it doesn't work out. Stinky is right behind him. That gives him an opportunity because it held them both up a little bit, and that's not what you want for our points leader. One mistake and he will take advantage. And sure enough, Stinky will move up into 2nd. So that move cost F1. And Hawks and Wolf back in 5th and 6th respectively. Wolf's done a really good job on his lap times. He didn't qualify as well as he would have liked, but he is continuing to stay on Hawk's bumper. But again, tires are starting to fall off here. And this is Spaz. He's currently in last place. He'll be our first driver to make a pit. He's got some pretty heavy front end damage. And what's this? He's pulling into the garage. His team is telling his day is done. That's too bad. Fortunate to see Spaz go out this early. And here we got a good battle for 6 between Lawyer and Smokey. That's Stinky just in front of him. He just pit. Keep an eye on this battle as the race continues. Lap 13. Our current leader, Boza, is in the pits. And you can see there goes Stinky. So he is going to retake the lead. Let's keep an eye here and see how far behind Boza is. He's about 6 seconds behind the leader. And this is Seahawks and F1. Hawks has been pushing F1. He's got a little bit fresher tires at the moment, trying to get around him. F1 pit on, I believe, lap 12. And Hawks dives to the inside, locks him up, almost pushes F1 off the track, but makes the pass. So that'll move him up to 4th. And currently in 3rd is Smokey. He's had a really nice race, and as I say that, he hits the wall. It's the same area he wrecked on the first lap when he got hit from behind. And looks like he may have a tire down. He hit that right front corner hard. Hawks gets by, and that's F1 and Tony looking to get by as well. Tony brushes the wall, and sure enough, he'll get by as well. So probably see Smokey get this car in to get some repairs done, get some fresh tires. And this is Timber. He's had a rough race so far. He's a lap down currently. And Timber slams into the tire barrier. I think he's got some steering problems. Chaos going on here at the end of Forest Elbow. That's Jarhead. Smokey nailed the back end of Timber after he hit the wall. I'm not sure what happened to Jarhead there. I think he saw the chaos in front of him and hit his brakes, and he spun as well. It's getting tough for these drivers, starting to get tired. And Tony's had a really solid race. He's currently in 5th. Make his pit stop here. And further back, we got a nice battle for 11th between Sed, Ten Bear, and Timber. And once again, Smokey and Lawyer have had some really good battles going on throughout the race, and this time Smokey's going to try to get a run down Conrad Straight. See, it's starting to get a little bit darker out here. Cars have their headlights on, and Lawyer wisely lets Smokey through and live to fight another day. So our current leader is Seahawks. He is on his 2nd pit stop, and as you can see, Stinky goes by, so he'll retake the lead. Stinky pit about 2 laps prior, and this is F1. He'll take 2nd place. He's about 5 seconds behind the leader. And Hawks having a run on Boza, and Hawks will move up. That'll move him up to 3rd. Both these guys have fresh tires, so we'll keep an eye on this as the race continues on. We're just about 5 laps to go. And dusk has set in. The dynamic of the track will change drastically as temperatures drop. See the lights flickering on here. So this is where the racing driver has to make some adjustments to finish off this race. This is on board with Boza, and this is should continue to see this battle rage on here. Boza's been right on Hawk's bumper ever since he passed him about 3 laps ago. Both these drivers very competitive with very similar skill sets. And coming on to the final lap, Stinky dominates Bathurst once again. F1 will take 2nd with a very impressive strategy. He made it on 1 pit stop using soft tires. Unbelievable. Hawks will take 3rd, Boza 4th, and here's the battle for 5th between Smokey and Tony. And Smokey zips by him and will indeed take 5th. And as our leader crosses the finish line for the last time, Stinky brings home the victory and the Season 4 championship. Congratulations. Dominated the season by winning the final 6 races. Well deserved. Here are your results. And the final standings. As I said, Stinky takes home the championship. Hawks in 2nd, and Boza rounds out the top 3. We hope you enjoyed this season's broadcasts of the V8 Supercar Championship. I want to thank all the drivers that participated this season, and a big thanks to F1 Fan for hosting the practice server, as well as keeping track of all the standings throughout the season. Once again, your Season 4 V8 Supercars champion, Stinky.